well and truly a winner indeed. And I'll tell you why. Because it's Easter, baby. You're on Coast FM 963. Roar and more. I'm Angus Hamill with you as always, even on a beautiful Easter Monday. Hope you had a wonderful start to your week. Well, the end of a long weekend. Hope you had a wonderful Easter. We are continuing the celebrations tonight, and I do say we because, as usual, I'm not alone doing this. We have a beautiful holiday crowd in the studio right now with us, a few of the best in the business. Firstly, sitting directly opposite me, as always, we have Mr. Jake Mercer. How are you going this evening, Jake?
I'm doing pretty well, mate. How about you?
Very well, thank you. Also with us, we have the man with the plan and the eagle eye in his head. Stephen Wheatley is with us as well. How are you going, Stefan?
I'm doing pretty good, mate. Happy Easter, Coasties. Hope you're all having a great public holiday Monday.
Yes, indeed. It's always a lovely celebration when we're all gathered here together, and even more so because we're being joined right now by Will Parkhouse from Uncut Gems.
Yeah, it's me. Hey, happy Easter, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Easter to you too, Will. How was your Easter? What'd you get up to?
Yeah, good. Just been taking care of family. My grandfather is unfortunately in hospital, so sort of just trying to take care of him whilst also, well, it's Easter and I'm Catholic and I go to church a lot for like Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Sunday and all that kind of stuff, and that's, really, really, really nice. And other than that, got to have a bit of chocolate, and I even made some homemade ice cream for the boys tonight as well.
Yeah, can confirm.
Really good too.
That was very sweet indeed.
I'm going to be looking forward to having some of that when we have our Hot 100 later on.
Yes, indeed. Well, the songs are on air, and I can imagine as a Catholic yourself, like masses would have been en masse over the last few days.
Definitely. And there was a lot of people there, so everyone was getting their Holy Easter on in the Catholic Church. So that was really nice to see.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
How about you, Jakey? How was your Easter?
I mean, I spent a couple of days up at a mate's place in Newcastle. I'm sorry, Brando, but then I went back home on Saturday where it absolutely bucketed down, and Sunday and today have been pretty quiet, so it's been good.
Oh, lovely. And how about you, Stefan? How was your Easter, my guy?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I actually kicked off my weekend nice and early with yourself and your mate Ethan at my work. We were down at my work watching a particular team of ours get their first win of the year, which we will go into pretty shortly. But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. Had a couple of things on, and then yesterday just was with Dad watching the football, having some beers. So yeah, not too bad.
Lovely. What a wonderful festive weekend it's been all around the coast for us. And like you said, the reason why I picked Everyone's a Winner right there is not just because the band's name is Hot Chocolate, fitting in with our Easter music theme, but also because we felt like winners on Thursday night. We'll be getting to that very shortly in our sports chat. But first, starting off well and truly this evening, did someone say more chocolate? This right here is the 1975 and their hit 2013 single. It's called Chocolate. Happy Easter.
Chocolate.
Coast FM 963, you're on Roar and More. Angus Hamill with you alongside the boys.
The boys.
Oh, the boys.
That is right, for a very special Easter Monday edition of Roar and More. Treating you with some great vibes and great guys, of course, as always. Songs to warm you up and songs that are kind of Easter themed. At the top, we heard from UK indie rockers, the 1975, with their 2013 hit single Chocolate. And the song you just heard was Aussie indie rockers Royal Otis with Egg Beater. Get it? Egg, like chocolate eggs.
Very funny, Angus.
Good one, Angus.
Thank you. I can tell how genuine that laughter is. But the joy was genuine across the weekend because, as Hot Chocolate sang earlier on in the show, everyone's a winner. Jake's Roosters against the bye. It was a close one.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, but you got the 2 points.
That's true, yeah, but still, come on.
Mate, you shouldn't be that disappointed. I mean, think about it. You could have set a new record. You could have been the first team to lose to the bye.
I mean, that's kind of funny considering what happened to the Seagulls last week, but, you know.
Hey, you're only as good as your last game, and Manly's last game was absolutely brilliant. Steve, like you mentioned earlier, you and I, we went down to Central Coast Leagues to watch it together with our mate Ethan down there in the sports bar. It was played against the Dolphins at Redcliffe Stadium, and my boy, oh boy, the fuzzball era, Kieran Foran, our new interim head coach, it could not have started better. What was your summary of the game?
Well, mate, what a way to start off your coaching career than for your team that you played for to get a 50-18 win in your very first game as taking over as the interim coach. I think, well, that's a pretty good bloody way to start your coaching career, I must say, and to finally now get a official win against another team, not just the bye, to get a win over another team is, yeah, good. So I think maybe now we're finally back on track, maybe. I hope.
I would hope so. And yeah, like you said, could not have been a more emphatic start to Kieran Foran's coaching career. He equals the record set by Christian Wolf, who, funnily enough, is the Dolphins coach that he beat on Thursday night, as the biggest win by an interim coach in their first game. 34 points it was in the end, 52-18. Our forwards and backs were all absolutely firing yesterday as well. Shout out to James O'Brien, who's not listening. He might be listening, but he's not here right now. His Newcastle Knights took on the Canberra Raiders and absolutely smashed it in Newcastle. What a turnaround they're having. Wooden Spooners last year and only one loss from 5 games this year so far.
Yeah, no, it has been a big turnaround for the team from the other side of the M1. Yeah, from, who would have thought all it takes was getting 5 wooden spoons back to back to back to back to back to finally come good, eh?
And speaking of 5 back to back to back to back, I think everyone was a winner on the weekend because the Melbourne Storm lost. And I think we can all agree that the Penrith Panthers have done everyone a big favour.
Even my dad agrees that everyone hates Melbourne.
See, there you go. People that just don't even watch football are just celebrating the fact that Melbourne still lost.
And not only that, if the stat is anything to go by, the Panthers put 50 on them, so that means the Melbourne Storm now can't win the comp. No team has ever conceded 50 points in a game and has gone on to win the comp.
How was it for you, mate, watching Bellamy in the press conference there after Melbourne had lost not 1, not 2, but 3 games in a row?
Well, to be honest with Craig Bellamy, the funny thing is you can't tell if he's lost by 50 or won by 50 because he stays the same miserable person every single time.
Yeah. He's sort of like Wayne Bennett.
I kind of feel bad. These Melbourne
It's Melbourne.
These Melbourne Storm guys are getting kicked around like there's no tomorrow. But
mate, have you ever seen like Wayne Bennett in a press conference? Like, you remember when the South Sydney won the premiership? They just went, "Great, Wayne, you just won the grand final. How do you feel?" Good.
Yeah, pretty much. they're old ducks that have been around for a bit too long, those guys.
I'll take you old heads word for it. I took my old head's word for it when he said everyone hates Melbourne, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
For good reason.
Yeah, trust
Wise
us.
words of wisdom coming from my dad.
Wise words. I could not agree more, Mr. Parkhouse. It's not all happiness over the weekend, though. The Mariners women, their season has unfortunately come to an end. A disappointing result on Saturday afternoon. They played against the Cellar Dwellers, the Sydney FC team that finished last in the competition. A win would have guaranteed them a final spot, but unfortunately it finished in a 0-0 draw. We finished equal on points with Melbourne victory, but with a goal difference of 2 goals. If we scored just 2 more goals in the season, we would have made the finals, but they just missed out. 7th place for the Mariners girls. The men had a bit of an impressive result in the end. Perth Glory is a team that you would expect us to beat, but they were leading 2-0 up against us after 15 minutes. But the Mariners boys, they came back. Goals to Ali Agla, a very spectacular free kick. Steve's man got that one.
Yeah.
And Bailey Brantman with the equaliser in the second half ensured we came home with a point. They're playing a rescheduled midweek clash tomorrow night at 7 p.m. down in Melbourne against Melbourne City. It's 8th versus 9th, a very crucial clash in the context of finals coming soon. Ooh. I'll start with you, Jake Mercer. I reckon it's going to be a close one, but what do you reckon the result's going to be here?
Oh man, I could be really, really mean here and not pick Mariners to win, but but I think the Mariners have it in them. I think Mariners are going to win. So I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be 1-0.
1-0.
Mariners
Yeah,
way.
okay.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it'll be a very arm wrestly sort of game. How about you, Will Parkhouse? What are you feeling?
Yeah, 8 versus 9. I'm always tempted to go to same answer as Jake because, man, it will be tight. I'm going to probably say I'll go with a more safe answer. I think both sides are sort of going to really butt heads and sort of be equal in power. So I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1. Okay. Another draw. We'll take a point going down to Melbourne. We never play well down there normally. Steve Wheatley, how are you feeling about this clash?
Well, before I give you my prediction for this game, actually, mate, I actually got some cool news. Actually, over the weekend, boys, as much as it's sad as it was to see the girls, bow out and they don't get to, win, back-to-back competitions of the Women's A-League, but in something a bit of cool news that happened to me over the weekend, I was on my way home from goalball training on Saturday and I was listening to the A-Team on my phone calling the women's game, and as I was on the train there, I was in that bit between when you get on and before you go downstairs, and because I had my phone, I didn't have my headphones in, which I probably should have, there was a head that popped around the corner and a gent said, "Are you listening to the girls' game?" I said, "Yeah." And so I was talking to this guy and he said, "Oh, I love the Mariners. My sister plays for them." I said, "Oh, who's your sister?" "Izzy Gomez."
Oh, there you go. Your favourite player.
Yeah. So shout out to Miguel. It was lovely to meet you, mate. Hopefully we get to meet each other down the point soon. It's like what they say, mate. You never know who you're, especially if you're Steve Wheatley, not going to see, in the big city.
And shout out to Izzy as well, because one of the reasons why she was missing for us on Saturday was because she's been selected in the Matildas squad.
Yes.
Mega job for
awesome.
Steve's lady there, Izzy Gomez. But how do you think the men are going to go in Melbourne tomorrow?
Well, I do think it is going to be a tough game. It's always hard playing those Melbourne teams down in Melbourne, as you said. Well, I think it's going to be 1-0, but tell me, if we win this, do we still have a chance to make the finals? Because I know that Sydney, they were ahead of us and they suffered a loss
true.
on the weekend.
If we win this game 4-0... No, actually, sorry, no. If we just win this game, we leapfrog MacArthur into 6th place once again.
Oh,
So-
okay. All right. Well, there's still okay, so still a chance. All right. Well, yeah. All right. Well, on that note then, I will still stick with my prediction. I actually nearly wanted to take the same prediction as Will. But yeah, I'll say 1-0 and I'll go with my man, Ali Agua, to get the winning goal.
That's a safe bet. He scores lots of bangers. We're also playing our last home game of the home and away season, the men, playing against Brisbane Roar this Friday night at Central Coast Stadium. Now, the Roar, they've had a bit of an up and down season. They're currently 10th on the ladder, right below us down there. In fact, they're quite a bit below us on the ladder as well. We've beaten them before. They've beaten us on New Year's Eve. Jake, how do you reckon this last home game's going to go?
It's tough because I think the boys are probably going to be a bit knackered after the midweek game with not much rest in between.
Yeah, short turnaround.
So I was going to say it pains me to say it, but I'm lying. I think Brisbane's going to take it.
Brisbane's going to beat us again in Gosford? What do you reckon?
So, yeah.
Just tell us what you truly think, Jake.
I think it just did. What's the score going to be?
2-0.
Okay, well, not even going to score a goal. Okay, tied legs, I understand. Will Parkhouse, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a fair point about the Mariners being tied after like a game before that. That's a good one. I guess I'll go in the Mariners' favour. I feel like they still have it in them. They might, get back up, have a few chocolates after storing some after Easter. I'll say. Actually, I might go. Brisbane might win, but I'll say 1-2.
Okay. At least you're tipping us to score a goal. And Steve, bring us home. How do you reckon that one's going to go on Friday night?
Well, I will just touch on something that Jake touched on just a moment ago. Because it is a short turnaround, the men, they're playing tomorrow and then they have to back it up again on Friday. So with finals on the line, Friday night here in Gosford, I am going to stick with the Mariners. Do I think they can do it though? Not very confident, but look, I'm going to say like Will, 2-1 Mariners way.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so the reverse of that result, and of course our last home game of the season. It's going to be a tough run home. We need wins. So get down there and support your Mariners this Friday night. It's time for us to take a quick break. Coming up, we're going to be hearing Steve's good vibe of the night.
Central Coast Community Radio.
What a feeling, Coast FM.
Coast FM 963. You're on Raw and More with Steve Wheatley and the boys. With you till 9 o'clock tonight. And, well, boys, you want to know what?
Why?
It's a segment that's even better than chocolate, we call it. Steve's Good Vibe of the Night. That's right, boys. It is time for Steve's Good Vibe of the Night, the time of the night where I pick something out of my music collection, put it out there on the Coast FM airways, play it and hope it that you, yes, you, Quintum, who called in before saying how much he enjoyed the Manly victory on Thursday night. Now, boys... Now, for my good vibe of the night tonight, guys, you may remember last week we had my good mate and Central Coast artist Tommy Hutchins on the show for the local list.
Yeah, the homie.
Yeah, it was good to meet him too.
Yeah,
Very
it was
lovely.
awesome. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, no, he absolutely certainly is. And, well, I thought because we had him on last week, why not have him on again this week? Unfortunately, he's not live in the studio with us again this week, but I've decided to choose his original single debut song as my good vibe of the night because just like Easter, it is going to make you feel all nice, good and warm inside, like you've just smashed about a kilo's worth of Cadbury eggs.
Nice.
That's exactly what we've all done out the back too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Would you believe I actually haven't had any chocolate yet this Easter?
That is absolute poppy.
No,
there.
I kid you not. I mean, that will probably be broken, that diet, when we go into our Hot 100 and I have some of Will's lovely homemade ice cream. But anyway, here it is, Steve's Good Vibe of the Night. It is my mate Tommy Hutchins and his debut single, You.
Me?
You keep me running, I'm chasing you all over town. You know everybody, you're what everybody's talking about. Thought it was 7 at the 7-Eleven when I first laid eyes on you. I saw you on the corner and now I really wanna walk over and talk to you. But I still can't find my way. Am I here or gone today? And I can't help but drift away. But I still can't find my way. Yeah. You're such a big shot. You should see yourself right now. You think you're funny, but you're the only one that's laughing now. Whatever happened to dreaming of leaving? Guess I'm stuck here at 25. Whatever happened to parties in the summer? They used to make me feel alive. But I still can't find my way. Am I here or gone today? I can't help but drift away. But I still can't find my way. Yeah. You keep me running, I'm chasing you all over town. You know everybody, you're what everybody's talking about. Thought it was 7 at the 7-Eleven when I first laid eyes on you. I saw you on the corner and now I really wanna walk over and talk to you. But I still can't find my way. Am I here or gone today? And I can't help but drift away. But I still can't find
Local bangers only on Coast FM 963. You're on Roar and More, and that right there was
Steve's Good Vibe of the Night, which was...
So that was a good mate of mine and actually kind of my neighbour, Central Coast artist
neighbour.
Tommy Hutchins.
Tommy Hutchins, and we had him on the show last week with our local list segment. He's got a brand new single out called Happy, and that was his other single, You. And Steve-O, how exciting he shared with us. He's got plenty more to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good time, exciting times ahead, mate.
Absolutely. And from a local legend, it's time to go global with 2 songs.
Hey.
They sound exactly alike.
Yes, these are 2 songs.
And what are
And they are
sound-alikes?
Oh yeah, Will Parkhouse acting as Steve Wheatley. What is it with these 2 songs?
Well, it's like my well, Angus, it's like my impression of Steve. It sounds, I would say, it sounds quite similar, don't you think, Steve?
Well, I think you could be right. They do sound alike.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that, guys, because yes, this is Soundalikes, the segment where I give you 2 songs, one original, one that takes a little bit of, let's just say, inspiration from the original, whether it be done in the form of sampling, cutting and pasting the original material, or interpolating, using, like, re-recording it yourself, or even just making a similar sound or borrowing some lyrics as well. But it's up to these guys to try and figure out if that inspiration was done legally or illegally. Great unsuccess. The 2 songs in front of us right now, one of which is known as being one of the greatest Britpop hits of all time, and the original out of the 2 is known for coming from one of the greatest British bands of all time. Either way, they're both really sweet, and let's get straight into it. Without further ado, here is song number 1. Coast FM 963, you're on Roar and More. Angus with you alongside the boys. You. Between 7 and 9 p.m. We're in the midst of a segment right now called Soundalikes, where I give you an original song and a song that takes a little bit of, let's just say, inspiration from the original. But it's up to these guys, my trusty team of sleuths, to try and figure out if that inspiration was done legally or illegally. Naughty, great unsuccess. The song you heard at the top there, the original out of the 2, was the Rolling Stones with The Last Time, an orchestral version of which, aka this, was used as a sample in the song you just heard, Verve, British indie rockers with Bittersweet Symphony. But was that sampling done legally or illegally? I'll start with you, Mr. Jacques Mercier.
Oh man, this is a bit tough. Like usually, I'd have a pretty confident guess, even when I've been wrong. I'm gonna go legal.
Okay, legal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What makes you say that? Any reason, or just like a hunch going with your gut?
Again, it's just vibes. It's just a hunch. Like I've got.
We just be vibing.
Yeah, we just be vibing, dude. Yeah.
Okay, I like the sound of that. How about you, Mr. Steve Wheatley? Jake said he's going in blind. Are you the same?
Yes, I am actually. I'm going to take a bit of a blind guess in the dark. I will say, though, 2 absolutely great covers of that song, the Rolling Stones and the Verve just then, Bittersweet Symphony, 90s bangers only, am I right? Yeah, well, you are right, mate. It is a tough one this week. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, a part of me thinks, that because of the Stones with all the songs that they have, and, well, let's face it, they do have a lot, but look, I think I'm going to go with Jakey. I think it's legal, as much as the Rolling Stones are a big band and they would probably, want some compensation for a lot of their work. But maybe this one, on this occasion, I'm going to guess is all good. It's all in the clear. It's green light.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 2 legals. Will Parkhouse, as a musician yourself who's released original music, what are you feeling with this one?
I did watch a video based on the sort of like the legalities of these 2 songs. This was actually a pretty popular case back then, and also there's YouTube videos about it. I don't exactly remember if it was done legally or illegally, but I'm just recalling the videos I've been watching back in my mind, and as far as I can tell, I think it was done illegally.
Okay, so you're going out there on your own, disputing these
I
guys.
don't think the sample was cleared originally.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like what you're saying
I'm
there.
nervous now.
It's very
That's
specific.
shaking my confidence a little
It
bit.
did sound like he was pretty sure about it. Well, I can reveal right now that the inspiration of Bittersweet Symphony there by the Rolling Stones was done. It's actually a bit of a trick question because it was illegal, but recently it's been overturned.
Oh,
Okay.
Can we play Everyone's a Winner by Hot Chocolate once again?
Yay! So it's like the Mariners. It's a draw, kind of.
It's a draw, yes. Everyone's a winner. It started off with the Verve's record label, Virgin Records, acquiring permission to use the sample from Decca Records, who owned the original Rolling Stones recording and the orchestral version of it. However, they did not obtain permission from the Rolling Stones manager, Alan Klein, who was the head of Abco Records, who owned the composition rights. When Bittersweet Symphony was released as a single, Klein refused clearance for the sample, saying the Verve had used a larger portion than was originally agreed. According to the guitarist of the Verve, Nick McCabe, the dispute depended not on the sample, but the vocal melody on the track itself, which led to a lawsuit where the Verve relinquished all royalties, not to the Rolling Stones, but to Klein, the manager.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so that in itself is a little bit naughty, a bit shady. But in 2020, the Ashcroft, the lead singer-songwriter of The Verve, reached out to Mick Jagger and Richards, the guitarist, saying, "Oh man, it's been a while, and you guys don't own the song. Like, would it be cool if I kind of got the rights back to it?" See, Klein had passed away a few years prior at this point. His company and estate still owned the rights, but it was passed partially to the Rolling Stones duo. They said absolutely. The Abco was contacted by Jagger and Richards alongside Ashcroft, and now all royalties and credit goes back to the Verve and Ashcroft after that. So it started off being illegal, but now it's all owned and all above board. So, like Will said, one of the most genuinely fascinating cases in all of music history.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And there's more like that out there, definitely.
Yeah, so I reckon everyone gets a point? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with
Everyone's
that.
a winner.
Yeah, everyone's a winner.
Everyone
Yeah.
wins. Put her in, lads.
Yeah, put her in.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll take a technical win and I'm trying to reach Jake from the other side of the desk here to congratulate him, but we'll take that as a technical win. And actually, a bit of a fun fact for you boys. Back in the day, that used to be the ad or the jingle, as we probably would tell it here at Coast FM, for the wine company Wolf Blast. That used to be their ad jingle.
Oh my gosh, there might be some people drinking Wolf Blast as we speak on a beautiful Easter Monday evening.
Well, you got to have something, to chase the chocolates.
Yeah, got to wash it down somehow, and an Easter miracle. Everyone wins right there. It's time for us to take a quick break. Coming up, we're going to be hearing my good vibe of the night. And now it's time for a segment that'll make you feel like you're listening to a bittersweet symphony. It's
Angus's good vibe of the night. Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. Can you dig it, Steve?
I can. Can you dig it, Angus Hamill?
I don't know. But what I do know.
What you do know is we're going to plunge right now into your good vibe of the night.
We're going to take the plunge into my good vibe of the night, the segment where I dive deep into my own personal playlist, pull out a song or two that I think have immaculate vibes, slap it out there on the Coast of M airwaves and hope that you, yes you, Will Barkhouse from Uncut Gems.
Oh my gosh, I'm here.
He's here.
You summoned me.
I summoned him. That's how you do it. It's like Beetlejuice.
Say his name 3 times.
Yeah, it's only one time to get Will here. He's that eager. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Now, guys, you know what I love?
What do you love?
Music. But you know what I love more than music?
Good music.
Live music.
That too. That was my second guess.
That was going to be my second guess.
I knew that.
And in front of us right now, we have a couple of recently released examples of a couple of my personal favorite Aussie indie bands that have released live/reworked, stripped down versions of a couple of their most iconic songs. My favorite band, well, one of my favorite bands at the moment is an outfit out of Adelaide by the name of the Tullamarines. They released their debut EP, Safety Blanket, last year to to great success and great reviews. One song in particular from this EP became their biggest success so far. It's called Running on Empty. And I wanted to showcase to you right now a portion of a video they uploaded to their YouTube channel last week where they performed the EP in full at their studio in Adelaide. This is a snippet of a transitional song, and I hope you enjoy my good vibe of the night. It's the Tullamarines with Points for Trying. Coast FM 963, you're on Raw and More. That right there was
Angus's good vibe of the night, which was...
Well, a couple of live, reworked, stripped-down versions of a couple of my favourite Aussie indie tracks to come out of 2025. At the top, we heard from Adelaide-based indie rockers the Tullamarines with a couple of a couple of tracks from their debut EP that they played live in full and uploaded to their YouTube channel. Points for Trying, transitioning into Running on Empty, which was their most successful hit so far. And the song you just heard was Sydney indie rockers Egoism, who have been guests on Raw, by the way.
Yes, that's right, they have, yeah.
With a reworked version of their single Addison Road from last year. They put out an EP called Trust Me, which included some stripped-down versions of their songs. That right there was on that EP. Beautiful song right there. And speaking of beautiful songs, we've passed the 8 o'clock threshold, so it's time for us to take part in our hottest challenge for this evening. At the back before the show, I got each of you to give me a year. Jake, what year did you give us?
2024, baby.
Okay, you're working backwards now. You started 2025 and
Yeah,
you're
now I'm
going...
going 2024 and, maybe 2023. We'll see what happens.
I wonder if you'll work all the way back to the very beginning eventually. If you keep winning, who knows?
Maybe, yeah, we'll see.
Challenge accepted, he says.
Indeed. Will, what year did you pick?
Well, I went more random and I just picked 2003.
Excelente. And Steve, what year did you pick?
Yeah, I went off vibes too. I chose 1998.
And we spun the wheel, and would you believe it? 2 weeks in a row it's landed on Jake's year.
I'm coming for your street, James.
I know. Well, you got a couple more to get. Who knows how we'll go in the next couple of weeks, but we've got 3 songs right here that all charted in the hottest 100 of 2024. Pretty recent, so I've kind of gone a little bit random with the choices. When we come back, it's up to these guys to try and figure out which song charted the highest, and we're starting off right now. Without no further ado, here is song number 1. Coast FM 963, you're on officially the second hour of Raw and More. Angus Hammer with you between 7 and 9 p.m. alongside Mr. Stephen Wheatley, Jake Mercer and Will Parkhouse from Uncut Gems.
I'm also here, yes.
In the flesh. Actually, I think that's the third time we've said his name tonight, so he's officially been summoned.
Yes, I'm here now.
Say
I'm
his
fully here.
name and he appears.
Here's Will Parkhouse from Uncut Gems. Oh yeah. We just listened to 3 songs that charted in the hottest 100 of 2024. Before we get to the songs they were, Will, I believe you've got a couple of famous albums that came out in the year that was 2024 for people to remember.
Well, in 2024 we got Charlie XCX's Brat.
Oh, Brat
Crazy
Summer.
to think that came out 2 years ago, but yeah, go figure. We got the debut album from Geese frontman Cameron Winter with his album Heavy Metal. We got a new album from The Cure, Songs of the Lost World. And we also got GMX, Kendrick Lamar's 6th album.
There you go. And the one where he talked a lot of trash about a certain Canadian rapper.
And it also has the song where it's like, if this
world were mine. Yeah, that's been played on Sound Lakes before, fun fact.
It has.
But yes, we just heard 3 songs that charted in the hottest 100 of 2024. At the top, we heard from Aussie indie rockers Old Mervs with What You've Lost. I saw them at Drifters a couple of weeks ago, fun fact. In the middle, we heard from American country artist Shabozy with A Bar Song, aka Tipsy. And the song you just heard was English singer-songwriter Lola Young with Messy. Tough one, even though it was a couple of years ago. Jakey, because it was your year, I'll start with you.
You're damn right, it was a tough one. Especially because all 3 songs are really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, as much as I really want it to be Old Mervs because they're fantastic, I got to go with Shabuzi.
All right, you're going a bar song.
Yeah.
It was just a big hit, wasn't it?
It was huge hit.
Okay, I like your logic right there. I'll go to you now, Mr. Steve Wheatley. What are you feeling out of those three?
Well, mate, before I give you my answer out of those three, a bit of a fun fact for the year 2024. So on April 8, which is actually going to be in another couple of days, actually, in 2024, there was a solar eclipse that could be seen by some people in certain parts of Mexico, the United States, and Canada.
Nice.
So not every day you get to see a total solar eclipse.
There's sometimes you get a total eclipse of the heart, though.
You know what? I'll give him that. No, I'll give him that. That is true. That
Thank
is
you.
very
I
true.
can't see the eclipse. It's not there. I'm looking directly up the sights. I'm looking directly up at the sky.
Turn around.
Oh, there it is.
Turn around, bright eyes. But yes, what are you feeling out of those three, Steve?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jake. I'm going to go Shabuzi because of what I do remember about 2024. I do remember that song was very quite popular. So yeah, I'm going to go a bar song.
Okay, bar song. 2 votes for Shabuzi. Will, do you agree with these guys, or do you reckon?
Stole my answer.
Well, you know, you could always go out on your own. Maybe be a bit
and that's
different.
exactly what
I
I'm
mean,
going
it
to.
nearly worked for you
That's
last time.
exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going with Lola Young. I'm going with your Lola Young song
Lola Young.
Ooh.
Okay, what makes you pick Messi?
because I'm not perfect, and I'm gonna be the contrarian. I'm gonna go solo. I was going to pick Shabuzi, but then everyone else picked Shabuzi, and I'm like, I don't want to. I want to be the guy with a different answer. I want to make things interesting.
You want to be
I might
different.
be wrong, but hey, I'll walk this lonely road. The only one that I'll ever know.
And here he goes again on his own.
Well, he may have been having a green day, but will he be having a good night?
Good night.
I don't know where that was going. Well, you are all correct about one thing, firstly, and that's the fact that Old Mervs did not chart the highest out of those three songs, unfortunately. And the song that did was... He's only gone and done it. It was Messi by Lola Young. Big win for Will Parkhouse right there. Can you believe it, Will?
And he shoots for free. And he makes it.
Nothing but net.
I can't stop winning.
I can't stop winning.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lola Young with Messi came in at number 4 on the Hottest 100 that year, so very nice and high. Next up was a bar song with Tipsy, but you have to scroll down a bit. It came in at number 19 on that chart.
really? Oh.
I really thought that would have been higher.
Yeah.
And then Old Mervs, the local faves, What You've Lost, coming in at number 38. Their highest charting song to date, though. So awesome stuff for them. One of my personal favourites. And massive congrats to Will Parkhouse on the win right there. Does anyone know what song charted number 1 that year?
Well, what you've lost, Mervs, is you've lost the top spot in the Hottest 100, but what was the highest rated song, mate?
It was...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Chapel Road.
Good old Chapel Roan there with Good Luck Babe, one of many unfortunate American artists to top the countdown. We want the local ones to win. It hasn't happened for a while, but Will Parkhouse is a local man who's won our quizzes tonight, so congrats to you,
he
Will.
is. So, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad. I think this is the only one I've won by myself. So first time for everything.
Wow,
Exactly.
there you go.
Exactly.
Another Easter gift right there. And speaking of local people winning...
And now it's time for the local list. Brought to you by Homebrewed.
Yeah, that's right. It's the local list brought to you by the Homebrewed Boys, Cameron Smith and Eamon Snow, who used to be in this very time slot on a Monday night, showcasing the best new and emerging and local music. They are no longer with Coast FM, but in their absence, we keep on the legacy of playing a fantastic new release by a local artist every single week. Now, guys, do you ever get that moment where you see someone significantly younger than you doing amazing things and you're like, damn, how old are they? Like, damn, what was I doing at that age? Just playing Minecraft and barely even studying at school. Is that something that
at
happens?
Oh, yeah. all the
Raging
time.
stuff, yeah.
All the time. All the time. And
Yeah.
especially when they tell you you're at their age and you go, oh my God, I remember when I was that age and I wasn't even doing anything close to the amount that you're doing.
I know. Well, allow me to pile on the pain for you guys with that sort of thing with our artists we've got in front of us right now. Genuinely one of the brightest young talents I've ever heard. heard, and she is a local performer from right here on the Central Coast. She has been on the local scene, playing at local fairs and festivals, but she's only just started coming out with her own independent material. Her name is Pixie Minerva, super talented local singer-songwriter, and you're not going to believe this when I play this song for you, but she is only 13 years old.
13.
No.
13.
What?
I know.
Wow.
Unbelievable stuff. She has just entered unnamed radio station's Unearthed High competition, and when you hear this song, I reckon you'll agree with me that she has a very good chance. Without further ado, tonight's pick for the local list is Pixie Minerva, and this song is called I Don't Know.
You're getting lost in all of your thoughts again. I've been down this hallway before, I just can't remember when. I swear this is the last time, that's what I said. And it happened all over again.
Coast FM 963, you're on Roar and More, and that beautiful piece of art right there was tonight's pick for the local list. Incredibly talented young, and I mean young when I say that, singer-songwriter Pixie Minerva with I Don't Know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Angus?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's the song name?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know?
I don't know.
You're the professional here, man. Come on. Why don't you know?
Yeah.
No, the song's...
Okay, we're on air, man. You have to know this
You
information.
see the red light?
Yeah.
Like,
I do know. The song is called I Don't Know, I think. I don't know.
Angus, is this a joke?
Mate, you're the host of the show. You need to know these things.
Well, I don't know. No, it seriously is called I Don't Know. And the reason why we're all flipping out about that incredible song right there that really takes you on a journey is the fact that Pixie is that talented and she's only 13 years old. Can you guys believe that?
No, honestly, I
Like,
don't.
yeah.
Like, I don't believe it, but like, it's incredible.
Yeah,
that's
13 years.
insane.
Yeah, 13 years old, and to have a very magical voice like that, no pun intended. Yeah, no, that is absolutely crazy. Well, I'll tell you what, I know that I enjoyed that. That was something very nice for this time of night.
I'm glad
yeah.
one of us knows something.
I will say her vocals remind me. I don't know if because it reminds me of either Caroline Shaw or Danny Lee. They're a duo that make up the band called Ring Down, and it has. If you listen to Ring Down stuff, the vocalist, it's either Danny Lee or Caroline Shaw, has a very similar voice to Pixie. It's just like baritone. I think it's like very low, very
Alto,
nice.
maybe? I don't know.
Alto.
I don't know what the exact terms are.
I think you're right. It might be alto.
Oh, there you go. Well, there's something very, I think, Leve about her, you know, that
Yeah,
Icelandic
definitely.
singer. And, I mean, it makes sense because Leve is a huge inspiration of Pixie's music. Like I said earlier, she's entering Triple J's Unearthed High competition this year with that tune. And I tell you what, she has to be a good chance because that is an absolute masterpiece. If you'd like to follow Pixie's music journey, you can find her on social media, Instagram at Pixie Minerva Music. Minerva is spelled Minerva Music, all one word. And to find out more about the best new and emerging Australian and local music, head to the Homebrewed website, homebrewed.au, and we wish you best of luck in the Unearthed High competition, Pixie. You're going to absolutely smash it. Now it's time for us to take a quick break. Coming up, we're going to be hearing Jake's Good Vibe of the Night. But first, right after this, we've got another awesome new release by a Coastie legend in the make. Coast FM 963, you're on Roar and More. That right there was local producer Ballast with his latest release. It's called Part-Time Summer Lover. Perfect timing for that beautiful summery tune as we head out of daylight savings and
Straight into autumn.
straight into the cooler months indeed. But something that you might find to be quite cool is the segment where Jake Mercer kisses your ears. Jake's
Good vibe of the night.
Okay.
Yes, it's ASMR in music form. Jake's good vibe of the night. It's his turn to dive deep into his own personal playlist and pull out a song that he thinks has immaculate vibes, bellissimo, one might say.
Yes.
And slap that out there, hoping that you, Pixie Minerva and her mum Josephine.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
The young prodigy herself.
Indeed, one of the greatest pop stars in the making. Enjoys it as much as he does. And Jakey, what have you got on offer for us this evening?
I mean, funny you mentioned pop stars because the song that I'm about to play is indeed a pop song.
A pop song?
Yeah.
Jake doing pop?
I know, it's crazy, right?
Are you feeling girly pop tonight?
I feel, well, I mean,
Isn't
this,
it a K-pop artist?
Are you going to play that famous song from that one movie called Silver?
Is it going to be that Gangnam Style guy?
no, it's not going to be Psy and Stephen. We are going to have words when the song is playing.
Yeah, see, I can play this radio game too there, buddy.
But no, the song is called Broke Your Cover by Dev Lemons. It's off their Surface Tension album. It is an absolute banger. It's a little bit of a dark, a bit more of an angry sort of pop song.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see why you've picked it then. Well, without further ado, here is Jake's good vibe of the night. It's Dev Lemons with...
Broke Your Cover.
I feel like I'm on Artemis 2 right now. Ew. Topical references only on Coast FM 963.
Good one, Angus. Good answer, nephew. Good answer, nephew. Good answer, nephew.
Good answer. Good answer. Also, good answer is you're on Roar and More. That right there was
Jake's good vibe of the night, which was...
Broke Your Cover by Dev Lemons.
And that's a beautiful tune right there. You're right. Very dark, very artful, synthy,
yeah.
pop. Wow. If I was to picture a pop song that Jake would pick for the playlist, it probably would be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of got Jake over it.
Yeah, very much so. Much like Psy last week, of course. And speaking of great songs, it's time for... Weird, wacky, and maybe even wonderful. It's Will's Weecher. More and more.
Yeah, hang on.
Very
Finn's
smooth.
not here.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't prepare an emergency intro for Finn's feature in case of Finn not being here, so it's okay. I got to back up right now.
Uncut Gems with Will Parkhouse.
This is my show now.
So, Prospector Parkhouse, it's your turn in the feature seat once again. What have you got for us this evening?
Well, I'm just sort of going with sort of the Easter theme tonight, and this is sort of an album that came out last year by a Christian band known as King's Kaleidoscope. They're from America, and they're known for their sort of indie rock crossed with like electronic elements. Really, like a lot of instrumentation. I'm talking like brass bands as well, and also really like math rocky vibes as well, sort of meshed into that.
I can see why you like them now. Math rock.
So this is their second installment from their series called Asaph's Arrows, where they cover a bunch of praise and worship songs and hymn songs. And this came out last year, and it's actually, well, the second installment. And it's also, the first EP was the first installment of Asaph's Arrows. So they came back just last year, and it sounds great. And I'm going to be playing one of their covers here tonight. And tonight I've chosen from Asaph's Arrows 2 by King's Kaleidoscope, Lamb of God.
Coast of M963, you're on Roar and More, and that right there was Will Parkhouse's feature of the week, which was...
King's Kaleidoscope with their cover of Lamb of God.
And I reckon a very fitting track to have on our Easter Monday special playlist. Thanks so much for sharing that with us.
No problem. I'm very glad to even play it here on air on this show. You know, I'm glad you. What do you guys think of the track? Just real quick.
It was really sweet, very
Interesting.
uplifting,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of people at home right now can resonate with the message within that as well.
Absolutely.
Now it's time for us to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. Ghost FM, indeed, 963 as well. You're on Raw and More. Angus with you alongside Jake Mercer, Steve Wheatley and Will Parkhouse.
That's from Uncut Gems.
If you can believe it, it's pretty much time for us to make our exit this evening. I really hope you've enjoyed spending your Easter Monday evening with us over the last couple of hours, playing some beautiful tunage. Now, Will, obviously Uncut Gems is not on next, but what have you got on for the rest of the week, sir?
Well, I think I'm just going to be helping out my family, staying home and just, chilling out for the rest of the week as well,
Sounds like a lovely week indeed. Someone that you are going to be hearing more of very shortly. The Mondays with the A's is not on tonight. Asher and Annie taking the public holiday off. So Stephen Wheatley is going to be with you after the 9 o'clock news. 1 hour only playing some great classic hits. Steve-O's going to be with you then, and he's really, really chomping at the bit for it. So while he gets ready, we leave you with one more sweet song to do with eating candy on Easter. Here is a man who's touring Australia at the end of the year. It's Robbie Williams with Candy. Good night.
Good night.